All praises honor and glory belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Basham Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Stone, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Alright. It's your brother Yakal coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Alright, and this lesson is it's gonna be entitled Discernment, Judgment and Discernment, alright? Yeah, and basically we are getting into the times where, accusations is gonna come your way, all right. Just in general, different bullshit's gonna happen, so you gotta be still, all right. You gotta remember the scriptures, all right, and know how to use discernment, and know how to judge, all right. Don't be hasty in your speech. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that scripture down. I believe it's in Sirach chapter 5 and the last verse. Sirach chapter 5. And what was it? There it is, right? Let me read this. It says, "Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy words be the same." So be steadfast in your understanding, meaning what? Be grounded in your understanding, be grounded in the truth. All right, the words that you hear, the words that you teach, be steadfast in it, and let thy words be the same. Let your words and let the words and let thy words be the same, meaning your words and your actions supposed to line up with your understanding at all times. All right, and that goes to every man in this truth. All right, first and foremost to myself, because I can't be out there, on the streets teaching, every single thing that concerns this life, because the scripture tells us to do so in Acts chapter 5. All right, but then, in my personal life, I'm going off in this area or in that area. Imagine telling somebody, they gotta be imagine telling or teaching, to an unbeliever, all right, or to a newcomer, new brother, that you gotta take care of yourself, and be wise with your spending and all these different type of things. And I'm out there, and then in my personal life, behind closed doors, or behind the eyes of the brothers, I'm spending like a drunkard, drinking as I feel, not taking care of myself, not using the herbs, not paying attention to what I eat. All right, what would I be called? What would I be classified as? I would be classified as an hypocrite. All right, so the words that we teach, our understanding, and the words that we speak, our actions, it's supposed to always be the same. It's supposed to line up. All right, it says, "Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer." So you're supposed to be swift to hear. All right, be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. You're supposed to ponder a thing first, before you give a yea or nay answer. Examine a matter properly before you judge it wrong or right. All right, be swift to hear, and with patience give answer. Don't be hasty with your tongue. All right, it says, "If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth." Exactly, so if you don't examine a matter properly and you don't know what it is, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to shut your mouth. All right, if it is that a man asks you a question, concerning like the scriptures, and you don't know what it is, what you say? You say, "Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna get back to you." And the same principle apply, throughout our daily lives. that, hey, for example, I work in a well, in this current job is not so much, but in previous job, I used to work with a company that employed a lot of women, right? And these women love to gossip. Oh, I personally, I like to be in my corner, right? Just mind my own business, right? And then certain men that I would talk to or have conversations with, they would be like, hey, this say, she say, and she say. And I would look at them like, you actually believe what she say and she say? I understand that these are women, and one of the things that they love to do is talk shit. They love to gossip. All right. So you gotta examine a matter, properly before what you give an answer. If not, you shut your mouth. You lay your hand upon your mouth. It says honor and shame is in the talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. All right. Be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue. For a fool shame is upon the teeth, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue. So be not called a whisperer. All right, be not called a whisperer. Don't be a tale bearer. You know, I always wanted to say some shit. All right, and it says for a fool shame is upon the teeth. All right, and evil condemnation upon the double tongue, because you know and you see a lot of this with you know 2/3 men, women, you know whereby they show you a pretty face, but in their heart they on some bullshit, right? Or they talk to you nice, and then with someone else they talking shit about you. All right. Or hey, and guess what, guess what's the fucked up part about it too, is that you could see the awkwardness. Sometimes when tutorials on some bullshit, you could see the awkwardness about them. All right, whereby they would, like, give you a certain look. You know, they're talking to you, and their body, looking at their body language. You're seeing that, hey, yeah, it's awkward for you. All right, because you being sincere and they being a double tongued bitch. All right, they really and truly can't stand your sincerity. All right, that's why the scripture above it says, well, let thy life be sincere. You being steadfast, unmovable. All right, you're not being a hypocrite. You understand? It says, yeah, upon a double tongue. And you know what's one of the bullshit is that sometimes you see, like, all right, a scenario like this, right? This demon on that funny double tongue behavior, right? Mind you that being double tongue meaning what? You're quote unquote being friendly, speaking nice, saying one thing here, and then saying something else another place. All right. Now, when the three parties meet up, here it is that you're trying to be friendly to me in the presence of this person, and it's awkward. You know. It says, be not ignorant of anything in great matter or small. All right, so don't be ignorant of a great matter or small. Examine a matter. All right, because you could have knowledge about a matter but not the understanding of a matter. For example, I know, um, I know, I have knowledge of the law, right? That says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Now, do I understand the law that says thou shalt not commit adultery? That's a question. All right, the scripture tell you in let me get it. Proverbs 8 and 7, I believe. Let's see if I remember that right. Proverbs 4 and 7 at 8 and 7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exactly, So, yeah, you get knowledge, you have wisdom, but get understanding. All right, get understanding, and how you get understanding is by examining it to the smallest denominator, to the smallest grain, to the smallest atom. All right, you understand the ins and outs of a matter, and that's how you judge. All right, by understanding the ins and outs of a matter. All right. So let me get this. This is yeah. Yeah, this is Sirach 18 and verse 19. It says, learn before thou speak, and use physic, or ever thou be sick. All right. So it says, learn before thou speak. So before you speak, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to learn a matter, examine a matter. All right. And use physic, or ever thou be sick. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. All right. Which is another precept, I believe, that say, examine a matter before thou judge. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. Been looking for the precept, for a while now. I haven't find it as yet, but Lord's willing, find it. But yeah, you're supposed to examine a matter before you judge. When you look in First Kings, all right, I think it's First Kings 3. Yeah, this is First Kings chapter 3, and verse 8. It says, and thy servant, and mind you, this is a prayer that Solomon was praying to the Most High, right? It says, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, that cannot be numbered, nor counted, nor multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And his speech pleased Yahweh, and Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast thou asked for riches, nor hast asked for the life of thy enemy, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, behold, I will do according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise unto thee. All right. But basically, what Solomon asked for was what? Wisdom. All right. Knowledge and understanding. All right. To what? And discernment. To understand how to judge. All right. Now, when you look at the different accounts of Solomon judging, he put forth certain tests. All right. He asked certain questions. Basically to decipher exactly what the matter was, and how to judge it right or wrong. All right. Now, so basically that's how you judge. Now, judgment not only goes to sentencing, put a man in jail 2-3 years, whatever it is. Judgment goes back to the thoughts and perceive, and the conclusions that you have about a man. All right. Now, for example, if I see this man, walking and he stump his toe, and that's the only thing that I know of this man, that doesn't mean that I know this man. But what people do is that they see this man stump his toe, and they make a conclusion and say, "Hey, the man is an awkward man. He don't know how to walk properly." You understand? Without first understanding who this man is, what this man is, and was the circumstances around him stumping his toe. So you gotta examine a matter, before you judge it. Examine a matter before, or even examine a man before you make a conclusion of him. All right. So, Lord's willing that this quick lesson was edifying. I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai once again. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Stone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.